Chancellor, the Council of the University has resolved to award the degree of Doctor of the University to Ms. Therese Rein. Chancellor, Therese Rein was born in Adelaide in 1958 and was educated at St Peter's Collegiate Girls' School and Furbank Grammar School. She later attended the Australian National University, graduating with honours in psychology and a master's qualifying in psychology. She married Kevin Rudd in 1981. They lived overseas during the early 1980s, initially in Sweden and then in Beijing, before returning to Australia in the mid-1980s. During the 1980s, Ms. Rein worked as a psychologist and a rehabilitation counsellor in a range of vocational rehabilitation services. In 1989, she founded Work Directions in Brisbane, later renamed Ingeus. It provided employment services to assist socially and financially disadvantaged people to find suitable, ongoing employment. Throughout her career, she has been passionate about helping others to realise their potential. She's strongly committed to assisting people with disabilities and people who are unemployed through effective rehabilitation and employment programs. She describes helping others as a privilege and her life's purpose. Ms. Rein has been described as the most successful female entrepreneur in Australia's history. As a founder and managing director of Ingeus, she has overseen its growth from a fledgling company to an international company that employs 1,900 people in more than 150 offices around the world, assisting approximately 100,000 people every year to find employment. Ms. Rein is also the Chief Executive Officer of Assure Programs, a business psychology service company which provides employee assistance programs and organisational development services in Australia and New Zealand. In 2007, Kevin Rudd was elected Australia's 26th Prime Minister. Ms. Rein became the first businesswoman to be a Prime Minister's wife and the first to retain her own name. She developed a prominent public profile as the Prime Minister's wife, and she balanced these duties with overseeing the operations of her company, which was then solely based overseas. She is the patron of Common Ground Australia, UNICEF Child and National Health, the Indigenous Literacy Project, Oz Harvest Food Rescue, Ability First Australia, Arts Project Australia, the Bella Program at the Museum of Contemporary Art Sydney, the ACT Junior Talent Squad for Athletics with a Disability, Shakespeare on Oxford Festival at Bulimba, Brisbane, and she's an honorary member of the board of the International Paralympic Committee. The Australian Human Rights Commission awarded Ms. Rein the 2010 Human Rights Medal for her long-term dedication to human rights, especially the rights of people with a disability. In 2012, she was the recipient of the Champion of Entrepreneurship Award in the Northern Region category of Ernst & Young's Entrepreneur of the Year Awards, which are considered to be the world's most prestigious business awards. Ms. Rein has had a long-standing relationship with Griffith University through the School of Human Services and Social Work. In 1992, she convened and taught the Vocational Rehabilitation Course in the first offering of the Graduate Diploma of the Rehabilitation Program. In 1999, she approached the school with a request to develop a tertiary education program in employment services, and she sponsored her staff to undertake the Graduate Certificate in Employment Services, which was developed in response to her approach. In 2006, she was a major sponsor of the International Forum on Disability Management, co-hosted by the School of Human Services and Social Work, held in Brisbane. She's always had an extraordinarily strong interest in the rehabilitation programs offered by the university, and over the years has provided placement opportunities to students and employment to our graduates. It is fitting that Griffith University should honour Therese Rein in recognition of her distinguished services to the community and to the university. Chancellor, it is with the greatest pleasure that I present to you Therese Rein for admission to the degree of Doctor of the University. Chancellor, I now call upon Ms. Therese Rein, Doctor of the University, to present the occasional address.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, members of the official party, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we celebrate achievement tonight. Many years' hard work, dedication and dreaming from the people in front of me and behind me, resulting in a massive accomplishment. Congratulations. Well, I always wanted to be a doctor. As a child, I wanted to be, first of all, a doctor of medicine. Then I decided that was a bit gory. Then I wanted to be a doctor for animals, because I always loved animals. Then I wanted to be a doctor of laws. Then I found out you could be a doctor of literature, perhaps, and that really appealed. And then maybe a doctor of psychology. But I'd never thought of being a doctor of the university, and it's a major honour. Thank you so much. What did I major in? Well, firstly, I think I majored in an inadequate sense of the impossible. With our team, many of whom are sitting to my right, we took a core competency of positive psychology and rehabilitation counselling and adapted that to working with people who were long-term unemployed. We worked with injured workers, we worked with people who were long-term unemployed for all sorts of reasons. We did what you'd call a sidestep and twist. We took something that was applied in one area and took it to work with people to help them dream again, to help them believe in themselves again, to help them have confidence that they had a future, to help them think that tomorrow could be better than today and to see how. We then took that core competency that we started in a little attic office in South Brisbane, and we took that to scale in Australia. We then took it to Britain, then to France, then to Germany and Sweden, to Switzerland and Poland, to South Korea, and most recently to Saudi Arabia, where we have a number of offices employing Saudi women who are helping Saudi women into decent, long-lasting jobs. If you had asked me when I first started the company in 1989 in this attic office in South Brisbane, right where the Mata Children's Hospital is now being built, if you had asked me, well, could this ever be something that you were doing on the other side of the world in so many different languages, in so many different cultures, I probably wouldn't have thought that was possible. I think what happened along the way, though, was we would work and achieve and get to a certain point and think, oh, that's good. And then we'd look up and see another vista and another sense of the possible, and on we'd go. Secondly, then, other than majoring in an inadequate sense of the impossible, I think I majored in being a bowerbird, a collector of strange and apparently unconnected points of excellence and ideas, new thinking. And I think I've majored in connecting those to solve problems that haven't otherwise been solved. I've loved doing that. I think I've driven my colleagues slightly crazy from time to time as we've done that. But I think we've done some things that are really exciting. Sometimes we do that on a national scale, and sometimes we do that on an individual scale. Sometimes we're helping people to see themselves differently, to think differently about their strengths, their field of fascination, what energises them in the morning, what difference they want to make in the world, how they want to serve. So sometimes we're helping them to put things together differently for themselves, and then creating a different future. Finally, though, I think I've majored in gratitude. I'm deeply grateful to my teachers at school for instilling a love of learning and insisting on excellence. I'm deeply grateful to my father, who told me repeatedly not to tell myself that I couldn't, always to tell myself that yes, I could. I'm deeply grateful to my university, which taught me how to learn and question and reason and play the guitar. I'm deeply grateful to my husband, who said at the beginning of the business, when I had just resigned on a principal from another company, who said, "I think you'd be good at this." You see, I've started this business with $13,000, and today its revenue is hundreds of millions of dollars. I didn't have a background in business, although I loved maths. But I know Kevin, when I went home and said, I've resigned, by the way, today, and I thought I might start a company, and I thought we might help people who are injured get back to work so that they experience less damage in their lives. He said, "I think you'd be good at this." I'm deeply grateful for that, Kevin. I'm deeply grateful to my children who put up on the journey with lots of burnt pots as I read them stories or wrote down ideas, and lots of takeaway. I'm deeply grateful that they encouraged me, and when I said, "I'm really sorry about burning the dinner again," they said to me, "Well, we're proud of you, Mum." I'm deeply grateful to my wonderful colleagues, who are more than colleagues, who are friends, who urge and challenge and speak the truth and coax and believe and trust and support and make everything possible. I'm deeply grateful to my dear friends who keep me very grounded and make me laugh. I'm deeply grateful to this university for granting me the honour of being a doctorate of the university. And I'm deeply grateful to my wonderful mum. I get a bit teary, who is here tonight at the age of 86. She's taught me that in the midst of challenge and adversity, it is possible to read stories and dream and recite poetry and push past bigotry and superficial prejudice, and to practically problem solve and to laugh and to sing and to dance in the sunshine and to see the ridiculous and to have a twinkle in her eye and to have a go and to be adventurous and to back myself, to be courageous and to follow my dreams. And she taught me to believe in something bigger than I am and to have the courage to commit my whole and best self to doing something about that. So it is to you, Mum, that I dedicate this doctorate of the university. A doctorate in thinking outside the square, in the believing in the power of being connected to people I love and who love me, and to daring to dream. And I wish that for all of you. Thank you.